Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome in to Southern Ohio Sports Authority's area coverage of the OHSAA Division II Girls District Tournament here alongside John Bruce. I'm Dewey Daly coming to you from the Larry Jordan Gymnasium here at Southeastern High School as the second-seeded Unioto Shermans are set to take on the third-seeded Sheridan Generals in a district final matchup for us here tonight. John, it was a big break for us, about an hour and a half. Actually going to get going about 5 minutes early here, as if we stay in rhythm here. I'm guessing the national anthem will take us a bit closer to 9, but right now looking at about an 8:55, closer to 9 o'clock tip. I believe it was a 68-39 win for Fairland a bit earlier to win their district title, advancing to the regional semifinal on March 1st. That's at Zanesville. I believe a 6 o'clock start time for that game. I can't remember. I'm not sure if that's a doubleheader with two regional semifinals or if it's just one game. So I'm guessing they would probably keep the same time difference there, one 6 o'clock, one 9 o'clock, something around that. For Unioto, 24-0, 14-0 in the Souda Valley Conference. First place in the league, wins the gold ball, second seed in the district tournament, coming off of a 70-47 win over the seventh-seeded New Lexington. I don't even know New Lexington's mascot, Panthers. Win over the New Lexington Panthers. Before that, it was a sectional final, 87-20 win over Vinton County. That was back on February the 16th. The win over New Lexington was this past Monday. Big thing here for Unioto, John. We discussed it pregame. Never lost, or I should say under head coach Jeff Miller in the tournament, never lost a game as the higher seed. Currently the second seed going up against the third seed in Sheridan. But for Sheridan, it's been 11 straight district round wins, which translates to, I guess you could say, 5.5 district titles, as they're going to look to make it 6 here tonight against Unioto. John, primetime slot here at the 9 o'clock slot. Should be a great game tonight.
And we've got a great crowd. I mean, we're on the mezzanine, and the mezzanine is pretty well packed behind us as well. It looks like the Unioto people are taking a little bit of one of the sections over for Sheridan, and there's some Fairland people that have stuck around to watch who they will be playing next. For Sheridan, 22-2 out of the Muskingum Valley League, one of the best leagues in Ohio for mascot names. They've got the Philo Electrics, the Tri-Valley Scotties, the Crooksville Ceramics. It's a dynamic name.
And the Generals
the
of Sheridan.
Then, obviously, New Lexington, the Panthers, 60% of the time it works every time. They are a battle-tested group. They played in the state championship game last year, losing to Kettering Alder. They returned 2 starters. Jamison Stinson, a 5'11 junior, who has already broken the Sheridan career record for most three-pointers made. She's made over 70 this year to break the single-season record for three-pointers made. 5'11 shooter, can do a little bit of everything for them. Then Haley, or
say Hallie Warner.
Yeah, I'm going to say Hallie Warner. Hallie Warner, a 5'10 sophomore. Now, Hallie Warner has missed their last 5 games. We're not sure. She is not on the starting lineup that just got posted for Sheridan. But, if she's able to go with a sprained ankle, that gives them an extra helper. As we mentioned, a 5'10 sophomore, started as a freshman for the Generals last year, and then wasn't a starter last year, but Norris Fell, a 6-foot junior, had a big game for them in their district semi win over Athens the other day. She was their 6th person last year, came off the bench, played big time minutes at the state tournament, and could really fill it up for them. They also start Ava Heller, a 5'7 sophomore, and Peyton Powell, a number 11, a 5'8 sophomore, and then also with them will be Kaylin Moss, a 5'10 senior for the Generals. For Unioto, it's been a pretty dominant season. They had a 4-point win down at Piketon early in the season.
That was about as close as it got.
That was the only game within single digits for them. They also beat a good Bloom Carroll team by 11 before Bloom Carroll kind of the wheels kind of fell off for a little bit for them. But That was their second closest. The next one after that was 18. Pretty dominant season for them. Haven't been tested that much.
That's a 32.5-point differential up until this game here tonight.
Yeah, so as a team that hasn't been super tested, they're going to see some length that they haven't really ran into yet. Sheridan gives them a new challenge, but for Unioto, one cool thing, now Kalen Moss starting as a senior is the only senior in the starting lineups for either team tonight, as Unioto will start 3 juniors and two freshmen. They'll have a couple seniors come off the bench to give them big-time minutes and provide some really needed energy. But overall, these are 2 young teams. And like we mentioned with Fairland and Fairfield Union, those are young teams as well. This could be the start of a pretty good rivalry. I know they played recently in the district.
The last time Unioto and Sheridan came together was back in the 2018-2019 season. That was in a district semifinal matchup. Sheridan came away victorious 35-31. So it's been about 3 years. It's been about 4 years since these two teams have came together. Sheridan currently on at least a 1-game win streak. I didn't check prior to their last meeting, so we'll see if Unioto can break the streak here. If Sheridan will continue it, we'll take a quick break for the national anthem.
Association. Southeastern High School would like to welcome you to this interscholastic contest between Sheridan High School and Unioto High School. To honor America, we ask that all would please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Tonight's Division II District Final Tournament game is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Very quickly, we will go over the starters as they are introduced for us here tonight. We'll start with the 3rd-seeded Sheridan Generals, number 1, Jamison Stinson, number 3, Ava Heller, number 11, Peyton Powell, number 13, Kaylin Moss, and number 22, junior Nora Saffel. For the 2nd-seeded Unioto Shermans, number 1, Maggie Holbert, number 3, Amaris Betts, number 21, Alexis Book, number 23, Amelia Urig, and number 25, Miley Smith. Miley Smith alongside Amaris Betts, both first-team All-SVC as well as first-team All-District. Alexis Book, third-team All-SVC. Amelia Urig, third-team All-SVC as well, and second-team All-District. So a lot of accomplished players on Unioto's side. We don't have all-league for Sheridan. I'm sure they have a plethora of players that made all-league teams, but
I'm going to say Stinson for sure, and probably Safel and Warner. But it's a team that Sheridan is just used to winning. They're used to being here. For Unioto, they have not played.
Look at your watch. It's now district final
they played here last year, lost by 25 to Warren, and then you don't expect them to have the season that they've had, and you add in 2 freshmen. Magnolia Holbert averages 7.7 points a game, averaging 16.5 a game so far in the tournament. So she has really turned it up for the Shermans. Had a big game in the district semifinal, and then Miley Smith. You mentioned a player from Portsmouth earlier. One of these big-time freshmen getting a lot of recruiting stuff. and that's what Miley Smith is. She's a big-time recruit. She's a 5'11", point guard, can do a little bit of everything. 13.6 points a game, 7.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 3 steals, and 1.6 blocks a game for the freshman, number 25, Miley Smith. Now, you mentioned Amaris Betts, number 3. She's an 82% free throw shooter, but a 42% shooter from three-point range. She has made 58 threes on the year. So think about how many, like if you've seen Unioto play.
Now it's time
and
to announce
Amaris Betts has made a ton of threes. And she's at least 14 behind Jamison Stinson. So,
right.
And that might be Stinson having that extra 3 inches over what Amaris Betts has. But one of the big things for the Shermans, Amelia Uhrig, 8.3 points, 7.9 rebounds a game. She's going to have to play a little bit outside, maybe outside of her comfort range, just because of how dynamic all of these players are for Sheridan. But she is a good athlete. She can guard, maybe not 1, but probably 2 through 5 she can guard. So that's going to be huge for them. And Alexis Book is going to be, to me, the key tonight for the Shermans. 8.5 points a game, 3 assists, 3 steals. Can get into some foul trouble every once in a while. So she has to stay out of foul trouble for the Shermans to have any success tonight. They have a good bench, but when they have Book on the floor, like against Benton County, she was plus 56 in 16 minutes of play. She really makes them go. She's made the difference. Her play from last year to this year, in addition to the outstanding freshman, are what has really turned this Unioto program from a 15-win team last year to a 24-plus win team this year.
Starters announced, everything underway. Unioto looking to make it back to the regional tournament for the first time since 2015. Sheridan looking to make it 6 straight here tonight. It's one of those immovable objects against the unstoppable force type matchups. And we are underway. Unioto comes away with the tip. They'll start off the night with possession of the basketball. Holbert into Book on the left side, top of the key to Smith.
Yes, interesting matchup there with Heller trying to guard Smith. I would guess that's probably one of Sheridan's better defenders.
Holbert takes it inside, out to Smith, right corner off the pump fake. Inside, up for the layup, can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Saffel. And we will have our first Sheridan possession of the night.
A lot of contact there. Didn't get the call. Has to know that's coming for here on out.
Powell in a bit of trouble with Book, and Holbert causing the jump ball. It'll stay here with the Generals on the far sideline.
Yeah, and that's what Book can do. She's very long, kind of deceptively long, and very athletic.
Powell inbound in front of the scores table, gets it into Ava Heller. Across the timeline, guarded by Book, having some trouble over to stay in control, keep things with the Generals. Without the dribble to top of the key, pass over to Stinson, right wing 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound for Powell, put back off the rim, no good. And eventually Amelia Uhrig able to come away with the defensive board for the Shermans.
Yeah, that's something Unioto's got to watch out for, is the offensive glass by the Sheridan Generals.
Book not able to convert on the other end, but a quick turnover off of a mishandled pass for the Generals. Hand things right back over to Unioto.
Yeah, Sheridan missing their first 2 looks. Had a chance there to get out and go, but just unable to make a good outlet pass and get going to get in their offense.
Quite literally a turn-away crowd here at the Larry Jordan Gymnasium. Both sides packed as Smith drives inside, can't get it to go off the glass. Uhrig, the offensive putback, is good.
Yeah, big play there by Amelia Uhrig, using her length. Does a good job of laying it up off the rim to get the points.
Powell pass ahead to Moss and across half court, driving inside. Saffel, tough shot with the right hand, won't fall. Moss the offensive rebound, and we will have a quick foul.
Ooh.
It'll be on Miley Smith. Thought we may have had a jump ball. Nonetheless, it'll be a foul. It'll actually be on Holbert.
Yeah. Her first. Team first.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed so far, Kaylin Moss has done an outstanding job of boxing on the offensive glass. She was able to keep that alive by just getting her body into Miley Smith and getting her off the boards.
2-0 lead here in the first couple minutes of the first quarter of this Division II Girls District Final.
The Generals 0 for 3 so far from the field.
Heller inside, right-handed runner off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, find over to number 22, Nora Saffel. Shot is good, knotted up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, Unioto's got to hit the defensive glass because that's too many offensive rebounds already.
Uhrig down low with the right hand, too strong off the glass. Saffel the board for Sheridan.
Yeah, like we mentioned, Unioto hasn't played at this level. Well, Sheridan is very experienced, even if it's only bringing really 3 players from last year back.
Into the corner, Stinson for 3, too strong, out of bounds. It'll stay here with Sheridan. You mentioned, I believe, Stinson over 73 balls on the season, a record for single season as a junior already, the all-time leading three-point maker for the Generals. Working the baseline here is Saffel. Shot is good off the glass. 4-2 lead for the Generals.
Yeah, Saffel just did a play that most teams run and is able to get a good look on the baseline.
Uhrig dribble drive inside. Rim stuffed on the layup. Shot won't fall. Kaylin Moss the rebound for the Generals. Pushing ahead now. Heller mid-range jumper on the way. Front iron won't fall. Give the rebound to Miley Smith. Holbert, 3-ball in transition, knocks it down.
Yeah, that's big for Maggie Holbert. She has really come on late in the season. Only a freshman, a very good shooter for Coach Miller.
Generals now looking to answer back. Saffel inside, fouled. She'll head to the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, on that, if you're Amelia Uhrig and she's barreled into you twice now, you got to just chest up, take that, and go down, draw the charge. By trying to stay strong through that, she ends up picking up her first foul. Saffel with 4 already for the Generals.
So Saffel to the line, knocks down the first. That ties things up at 5 apiece, all 5 for Nora Saffel.
Miley Forgrave.
Miley Forgrave into the lineup now, 5'4" freshman.
Made the first one, second one on the way. 6-5 lead, Generals leading.
With their third lead change already.
Sherman's now looking to answer back. Into the corner, Holbert.
And Sheridan showing a little zone here. Low matchup. Well, it looks like they're going to try to take away Amaris Betts.
Smith drives inside, right-handed runner, too strong. Rebound goes to the Generals, but Smith steals it right back. Lead now 7-6, Unioto off of the Smith runner.
Yeah, nice job by Smith, staying with the play, getting the steal and the putback.
Backdoor cut here for the Generals all the way into the corner. That's Stinson for 3. Once again, too strong. Uhrig fighting for the rebound, and we will have a jump ball this time. It'll go with Unioto.
Stinson 0 for 3 and has not been particularly close. But like we said in that first game, it takes a while to get used to the shooting backgrounds and everything at this gym. And I would, with how good of a shooter she is, I would not be surprised to hear her figure it out pretty quickly for the Generals.
7-6, Unioto leading, 3:45 to go in the quarter. Smith, top of the key, into the corner to Holbert. Cross-court pass to Betts on the right side. Loses the handle for a moment, able to regain control, dish it off to Maggie Holbert. Feed down low to Uhrig, blocked away by Nora Saffel. Generals take over. Powell in transition, pass ahead. Stinson thought about the 3-ball pass, intercepted. Alexis Book going the other way, inside with the right hand. Tough shot, rattles it around and in for 2. 3-point lead for Unioto.
Yeah, Book just plays the passing lane so well, picks that one off and then finishes strong on the other end.
Ball nearly taken away by the Shermans around mid-court. Generals able to stay in control. Pass over to Powell on the left side. Kick it out. Forgrave pass down low. Saffel once again. All 8 of the Generals' points here in the first quarter go to Nora Saffel.
Nice pass by Miley Forgrave there to find the junior. Wide open layup for her.
Smith dribble drive inside. Tough shot with the right hand. Lead back up to 3.
Yeah, Smith just dynamic off the drive. becoming a better shooter, but right now just she does what she can on the drive and can take over games at that point.
Backdoor
nice
find to Stinson. Lead cut back down to 10. 11-10 now. Unioto leading.
Yeah, Unioto doing a little too much ball watching on the defensive end.
Book feed inside to Urick, going to work on Saffel. Right-handed hook is off the glass, will not fall. Forgrave the rebound for the for the Generals.
It's going to be a steal for Urick. Another turnover.
Unioto looking to extend this 1-point lead on the other end. Urick once again down low off the pump fake with the right hand, and she will be called for a travel. That'll turn things right back over to the Generals.
That's the first turnover for the Shermans. Urick just getting herself too quick on this. So they said Holly Warner. So Holly Warner will make an appearance here for the Sheridan Generals here. Number 2, she was a starter last year. Her ankle is heavily taped. Heavily taped. And then for the Shermans, Addison Mohan and Sophie Coleman, both seniors, have made their first appearance in the game.
Saffel working the baseline, right-handed runner, too strong. Betts comes up with the board for the Shermans.
Saffel's first miss.
Betts off the dribble inside with the left hand. Can't get it to drop in. Powell, the rebound for Sheridan. Still a 1-point lead here for the Shermans, 11-10, 1:12 to go in the quarter.
A really good defense there by Alexis Book. And it's going to turn into a jump ball, which will stay with the Generals.
Jump ball called, possession, Sheridan. Stinson returning for Sheridan.
Stinson will return to the game.
Forgrave to inbound, gets it in to Stinson in the backcourt. She'll bring it across the timeline here for the Generals. Into the corner, that's Heller for 3. Yes!
Yeah, 3. Good shot there from Heller. Just got her feet set. 5th lead change of the night already.
Smith on the other end, up for the layup, called for a charge. That'll turn things over to the Generals, leading 13-11, under 45 to play in the quarter.
Hey, give Miley Forgrave credit on that, because Miley Smith was coming hard downhill, and she just took all of that right in the chest to draw the charge.
Miley Smith, her first.
The first foul for Smith so far.
Holbert returning for the Shermans.
Heller across half court for the Generals. Pass ahead to Saffel in the corner. Cross court pass to Stinson, top of the key. Powell all the way back to Heller on the right wing. Dribble drive to the right side, kicks it out. Warner now top of the key. Powell inside Saffel. 25 to shoot. Heller for 3. Yes!
Heller with her second 3. Nice kick out by Saffel. 6 points for Heller.
Lead up to 5. Holbert on the other end, kicks it out. Coleman, a left corner 3. Got it!
Big shot for Sophie Coleman. Good find by Maggie Holbert.
5 to shoot here for the Generals. Got to get it across half court. That's Heller. Good if it goes. Too short. So that'll take us to the end of the first quarter with your score. Sheridan out in front, 16-14. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
After one, 16-14, Sheridan leading in this OHSAA Girls Division II district final here at the Larry Jordan Gymnasium. Second quarter action close to being underway here.
Yeah, Sheridan was able to take a 16-11 lead with back-to-back threes from Ava Heller, but a big three late in the quarter from Sophie Coleman off the Sherman's bench to cut it down to a 2-point lead, and now they'll have a chance to either take the lead back or tie it here with a good possession.
So Unioto trailing by 2 will start off the second quarter in possession of the basketball. Holbert, top of the key, entry pass to Smith on the right wing. Working the baseline here, up with the right hand, blocked away by Stinson, saved by Saffel, and the Generals take over here all the way down to the other side. Stinson up for the layup and in.
Yeah, really good job there by Stinson, end to end.
Lead back up to 4 now for the Generals. 7:28 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Unioto's got to adjust to the length that Sheridan has on the inside. Just land on 2, pump fake, and then go, because they're looking to block shots.
Addison Mohan now into the game is fouled. That'll be on Hallie Warner.
Lady Generals foul number 2, Hallie Warner. Her first, team first.
Yeah, first foul of the game so far for the Generals. Shermans with 3.
Book to inbound on the baseline for Unioto. Pass to the volleyball line towards the top of the key to Smith. Going off the dribble to the right side. Scoop layup off the rim and out. Rebound goes to Nora Saffel.
Yeah, most of the Sherman's misses have been around the rim so far. So if they can get that settled down, probably be feeling a little better than they are right now at this 4-point deficit.
Stinson, a long-range 3 off the rim and out. Holbert the rebound for Unioto.
Well, Stinson 0 for 4 from 3. That was actually the closest she's came to making one so far.
18-14, Sheridan out in front in this district final. Holbert off the drive, left hand, can't get it to fall. Smith fighting for the rebound, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Shermans.
And once again, another missed layup there for the Shermans. Just not able to get anything to fall around the rim. Timeout for Unioto.
30-second timeout for the Shermans. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, Unioto is only 6 of 18 so far, 33%. Just they've hit the 2 threes, but they haven't really been able to get. They haven't got to the line. Neither team has. Or actually, Norris Saffold is 2 for 2 from the line for Sheridan. So they're not calling a lot around the basket. So you got to land on 2, get yourself positioned right, and then put it up off the glass. If you got a pump fake, do it. I mean, if not, you're going to be trying to shoot over top of these players that are longer, a little bit taller, and they're athletic. I remember when I was growing up, if there was a 6-foot girl, she probably was not the most athletic. And now it's like they're so good.
Hybrids.
Really athletic team here from Sheridan so far. Now, one thing to look for Sheridan with Amaris Betts in the game, they're playing a box and one and just denying Betts the ball. And she's only gotten 1 look. The leading scorer for the Shermans hasn't been able to get going so far.
Book to inbound to Mohan around half court. It's taken away by Peyton Powell. She'll bring it across half court here for the Generals.
Only the 3rd turnover for Unioto, but that's after a timeout where they got a plays designed. It's a killer.
Backdoor pass to Saffel off the glass and in for 2. 10 points on the night already for Saffel. Had 23 in the win over Athens on Monday. Down low, Urig on the other end. Front iron, no good. Another rebound for Saffel. This one pushed ahead to Powell. Over to Stinson. Right wing 3 on the way. Yes!
Yeah, I would say you're probably going to see another timeout coming from Jeff Miller here in a second. This is now a 9-point game. Got to get Miley Smith back in this game.
This one taken away from Mohan. Stinson comes up with the steal now in transition for the Generals.
It's going to be a foul on Mohan. Yeah, the Tank's down 9 already.
5, Addison Mohan, her first team foul number 4.
as the Shermans continue to struggle in the paint, and especially defensively, as Sheridan has just been able to find in their high-low stuff, just finding cutters.
Backdoor find here to Stinson, down low, cross-court pass to Powell in the corner, 3-ball off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound for Heller, mid-range jumper is nothing but net.
Yeah, this is the chance to get out of hand really quick here if the Shermans don't take advantage of some mismatches here on the offensive end.
Book on the drive, up with the right hand and fouled. She'll head to the line, shooting 2. Chance to get it back under 10 now for the Shermans.
Yeah, Book a 78% free throw shooter on the year. With they're playing 4-on-4 more or less because they're trying to do so much to take Amara Spence away. Someone besides Miley Smith has to try to take advantage of these matchups.
First free throw from Book is in and out. It'll remain an 11-point lead here for the Generals. 5:02 to play here in the first half. 25-14 Sheridan. Second shot from Book on the way and in. Lead down to 10.
Yeah, if you're Sheridan, you just keep doing a little bit of the same thing. Get the ball to the high post and then find your cutters, find your shooters from there.
Top of the key, Heller guarded by Book, drives inside, looking down low for Saffel. Has her, shot is good for 2.
Yeah, just the backside on the 1-3-1 for the Shermans is not getting down. And it's just been a layup show for the Generals so far.
Smith, top of the key, 3, too strong. Rebound goes to Stinson. She'll bring it across half court here for Sheridan.
Yeah, right now it's Sheridan getting the ball to the high post and just finding the backside.
Left corner 3 on the way is too strong for Nora Saffel. Smith, the rebound, brings it up in transition for the Shermans. Inside.
She's going to get to the line.
She'll head to the line, shooting 2 with 4:11 to go in the second.
Yeah, the biggest lead of the game so far for the Generals at 27-15. In this quarter alone, it is 11-1. The Generals have the advantage.
First shot from Smith is too strong. It'll remain a 12-point margin here as Hallie Warner comes into the game for Kaylin Moss.
Yeah, Smith is a 77% free throw shooter.
Second free throw is good. We'll have a full timeout for Unioto. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School Girls Basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Unioto.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
27-16, Sheridan out in front in this Division II Girls District Final. 4:11 to go in the second quarter after Smith went 1 for 2 on the line to cut it to 11. Sheridan going to take back over.
Yeah, Unioto only 6 for 20 from the field. They only have 4 turnovers, so that's not really killing them. It's just the fact they just can't score. And also Sheridan, like we mentioned, just kind of getting a bunch of layups. They're going to look for a backside lob. They don't throw it, but it's there.
Heller drives inside, pass out. 3-ball on the way is off the mark for Powell.
And
we'll have a foul on Saffel.
It's her second.
Sheridan foul number.
That's big because, I mean, they've been really doing whatever they want getting her the ball. She's got 4 rebounds already and 12 points, but the 2 fouls. And she'll leave the contest.
Miley Foregrave, as well as Kaylin Moss back into the game for the Generals, out in front 27-16 for over Unioto. Down low, Betts called for a travel. That'll turn things right back over to Sheridan.
A lot of contact there, but no call, which leads to Betts just kind of running with it.
It's kind of a late travel call, actually.
Yeah.
It took about 5 or 6 steps for the travel to get called. Was starting to wonder.
I think maybe the official was waiting on someone else to call it because it was so obvious.
Heller will bring it back out, right back in. Mid-range jumper, looked like Urig may have caught a piece of it. Smith comes up with the rebound for Unioto. Over to Betts on the left wing, comes inside the arc. Mid-range jumper is good.
Yeah, when Betts finally can get a good look, she's able to knock it down. Not a 3, but 14.7 points a game. She is gigantic for this Sherman team.
Lead back down to 9 for Sheridan. Under 3 minutes to play here in the quarter. Heller steps into a mid-range jumper. Too strong. Smith, another rebound.
And Urig got lucky there to not get called for a foul.
On the other end, Urig can't knock down the layup. Rebound goes to the Generals, still out in front by 9, and we'll have a timeout from Coach J.D. Walters. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here.
Yeah, and Coach Miller doing a good job right now. He's talking to Emil Urig, telling her just settle down a little bit. You're gonna get your shots. When they played Bloom Carroll, she struggled in the first half, but they really controlled that game afterwards. So I know that Coach Miller is just trying to get her to, just relax. It's a big environment. It's a huge crowd. It's tough to relax if you haven't played in front of this big of a crowd. Like a lot of these kids haven't done before.
Turning to the lineup for Sheridan.
It's kind of funny. You look into the crowd. I know it's kind of zoomed in on the Sheridan timeout huddle right now, but when it zooms back out, you can still see patches of green sprinkled across the stands. As Fairland already punched their ticket to Zanesville on March 1st, waiting to see who their opponent will be.
Following the timeout, possession, Sheridan.
Yeah, the Fairland coaches are still here, and they're scouting. I saw them at Washington Courthouse for the 16-17 game, making sure they got their scouting done.
Left corner 3 from Heller is off the mark. Holbert comes up with the rebound for Unioto. Now top of the key, Smith off the pass, drives inside, up with the right hand, and fouled. She'll bed back. I believe her 3rd trip to the line here tonight.
I think they're going to call this on a pass.
Lady Generals foul number 9.
Yeah.
That'll be on the floor.
Team foul number 5.
And I'm sure Coach Miller would rather trade the 2 points from Amaris Betts there for the foul, especially with it not going to the free throw line.
So Bucco inbound on the baseline here for Unioto. Get it in to Smith around the volleyball line.
Yeah, looking to close it in a little bit.
Step back 3 here from Urig. Off the window, no good. Rebound, Stenson. (27-18), Sheridan leading 1:55 to go in the first half.
Yeah, if you're Sheridan, you don't have to rush. You're getting decent looks. Just make sure you're moving the ball.
Pass over to Powell on the right side. Back over to Heller. Now in the mid-range. Driving inside is Warner off the glass and in. Lead back up to 11.
Yeah, just easy for Sheridan right now. Just picking apart this Sherman zone.
Smith on the other end with the right hand. Gets one to go of her own.
And that's really what the Unionto offense is going to probably have to be at this point, is Miley Smith avoiding charges but getting head down because they're not getting turnovers right now.
Sheridan now looking to answer back. Looking for Stinson on the right side. It's picked off by Amaris Betts now in transition for Unioto.
Yeah, sorry Sheridan fans for saying that on the no turnovers.
1 minute and a half.
Smith on the drive inside. Strong move. Can't get the shot to fall. Rebound goes to the Generals.
Yeah, Smith probably got away with a little bit of a push off there. Fortunate for the Shermans.
Looking for Warner on the back door. It's taken away by Miley Smith. 40 to play here in the half. Pass over to Book. Deep 2 on the way. Short rolls around. Will not fall. Holbert fighting for the rebound. Eventually, Moss comes up with it for the Generals. 29-20, Sheridan leading. Betts nearly comes away with the interception and eventually comes up with the loose ball. Under 20 to shoot here for Unioto in transition. Betts for 3, no good. Rebound, Urig put back, will not fall. And Heller comes up with the rebound. Under 10 to shoot here, 6 now on the clock for Sheridan. And it's quickly taken away by Holbert, thrown up at the buzzer. That one good if it goes for Book, and it will not fall. So Unioto right around 5 shots in the final 15 seconds. Can't get any of them to fall, which will result in a 29-20 Sheridan first half lead. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, John and I will have a first half summary to go along with all of these stats from our first half of action. Once again, Sheridan 29-20 at the break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Parmar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Parmar has it. Download the Parmar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Parmar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
29-20 is our first half lead. Sheridan, 1 half closer to making it 6 straight district finals for the program. John, statistically speaking, how are we looking after half number 1?
Well, for Sheridan, they've done a good job knocking down some shots from the outside. Jamison Stinson is only 1 for 6 from 3, but knocked down a 3. She's got 7 to lead the actually not lead the Generals, because Hallie Warner, normally one of their big-time players, second leading scorer, but she's coming off an injury, but she's got 2 points, giving them a nice little boost off the bench. Ava Heller with 2 threes late in the first quarter that gave them the lead, which was our 5th lead change of the game, and it's not been close since
It was back and forth for the first few minutes, and then Sheridan started to pull away with it, and I believe they led for the whole second quarter.
Yeah, they were up 16-14 going into the second. Eventually, that lead grew to as much as 27-15. I believe it was also, it may have been 29-18. Either way, it's been pretty dominant for Sheridan so far. Miley Forgrave hasn't scored, but she took a charge with Miley Smith coming full speed at her. Really gutty there. Peyton Powell has not scored, but she's got a couple of assists. Kayla Moss has done a good job. She's got 4 rebounds without scoring. But also Nora Saffel has 12 points, 5 rebounds, and she spent the last 4+ minutes on the bench with 2 fouls. So if you're the Generals,
I believe she had at least the first 8 points. It may have been 10. I'm not sure. I know the last time I remember saying all 8 points here in the contest for Saffel.
Yeah, and then for Unioto, they're 8 of 30 from the field in the first half. I mean, if you've got that many looks, you're thinking you're going to score more than 20 points in the half.
Right.
2 of 6 from the 3 and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Maggie Holbert's got 3 points, a couple rebounds for the Shermans. Amaris Betts 2 points on 2 shots. So that's what Sheridan is trying to do. And now a lot of teams have tried to take away Betts, and it's burnt them with the other players. But besides Miley Smith, the other Shermans aren't able to take advantage of this. Miley Smith has 7 points so far with 6 rebounds as well. And Alexis Book with 3 points. Amelia Uhrig with 2. And then Sophie Coleman came off the bench and hit a big 3 at the end of that first quarter, which even bigger at this point because that's their last shot from downtown.
Right.
They were that was the closest they've been in a while. It was 16-14 at the time when she hit that 3. She cut it to 16-14. For the Shermans, 5 turnovers, so that hasn't been a huge deal. For Sheridan, they also have 6 turnovers, but I believe 5 of those were in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They only had 1 turnover in the second quarter. Once they settled in and kind of understood what Unioto was trying to do, it's been really all general since then. So, for Coach Miller, I think the biggest thing he's got to do in that locker room right now, he's got to get Amelia Uhrig right. 8.3 points, 7.9 rebounds a game. She has had repeated shots in the paint, just hasn't gotten to fall. I believe the first one got blocked, and since then she's just kind of rushing shots. And she's got to relax and just take her time on those layups. So until then, if they're taking away Amaris Betts, Miley Smith's really got to take over for the Shermans. And for Sheridan, you got to, I don't know if you take the good with the bad there, because Smith can take over at times, but they're doing a good job offensive rebounding, doing a good job of finding shooters, getting a lot of layups towards the rim. For Sheridan, I think it's a lot of continue doing a lot of what you have been doing already.
I mean, from what I've seen so far from Sheridan, what probably kills a lot of teams is how well they move the ball. I mean, you see a lot of moves towards the basket, and then you have the swing pass into the corner. And really, if you make a good pass, that's there a lot of the time. And I know you said they've had 5 turnovers, but a lot of those were in the first probably quarter, maybe the first third of the first quarter since then. I mean, the ball control has been great, and that's why you have a 29-20 lead over a team that's 24-0.
Yeah, and Unioto, a lot like Fairland, is a team that likes to turn you over and get going in transition, and they have not been able to do that at all. Really, besides a steal and layup by Alexis Book, I don't know if they've gotten really any points in transition besides that. Smith has gotten the ball, she's gotten rebounds and gotten going, but she hasn't been able to get to the rim in that instance. And the one time she did, they took a charge on her. So
right,
it's a for the Shermans, they're only down 9. So
it seems like a lot more.
Yeah,
it definitely seems like Sheridan has. And while it was up to 11, I don't think it ever got up higher than 11.
12
I think it was 12.
Yeah.
It definitely seems a bit higher, but you have 2 teams that typically like to go fast pace, and this is kind of the result. We see typically Unioto able to beat teams in transition, but here Sheridan just as quick, just as athletic, able to get back, settle things down.
Well, and then the other thing, and that's partially what I was saying in the pregame, that maybe they were, for the Shermans, they're a season ahead, so the schedule hadn't been bumped up like it will be next year. And I talked to Coach Miller after they went, finished the regular season unbeaten, he said this won't happen again because what they're going to play next year is going to get them prepared for games like this. So right now, they're going to have to adjust from that first half and see, okay, we can't just do what we did for 24 games.
Right.
We gotta make some adjustments. We got to be able to make some plays. And really, if you cut it down, cut it in half, going into the fourth quarter, you're right in the game. I know I said that in the last game and it got out of hand real quick, but that's just kind of the truth. If you can keep it within a possession or 2 after the third quarter, you're right in the game.
Well, with about 2 minutes to go here in halftime, we'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we will have third quarter action coming next right here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, brought to you by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
One thing we do want to say real quick is, shout out to our buddy Brock Netter. Had a little episode here last night during the Division IV game, and thankfully, we don't have the trainer's name from Notre Dame, but between Notre Dame, Eastern Megs, we had Paint Valley and
Notre Dame
and Lucasville Valley.
Also,
yeah, where those trainers were very helpful to make sure that our Brock is able to get back at it as soon as possible. We know he's watching from home, and we appreciate it, and we're excited to see you back next week. Don't rush back before the convo.
Right. Want to make sure you're all good to travel down to Athens, hang out the homeland of Carson Francis down there at the Convo.
Yep.
I believe this is the first year the boys district finals are back
there. Yep.
At the Convo. Last year it took the regional final, and the year before I don't think there was anything at the Convo.
No, because we had played district finals down at Piketon, and then the regional was
semis
here.
Were at Southeastern,
which is a great place to have it. It's not the biggest, but this is a great crowd. It's been pretty loud, right on top of the action. So I expect it to get a little louder here for the second half, especially if the Shermans are able to cut into the lead here in the early going.
Yeah, I'd say it's about 65-35 Unioto to Sheridan, and maybe even 32 Sheridan, and 3% Fairland as well.
You got the D-Up 7-Up commercial, or 7-Up shirts.
Yeah, great advertising there on the part of Fairland, able to put together the nice 7-Up inspired D-Up tournament shirts.
Yeah, Unioto coming out here in man. Something they haven't done a ton of this year.
9-point lead here for the Generals. Taken away, Book. Wide open in transition. Lays it up and in for two. Lead down to 7.
Yeah, and immediately it pays off. Just one little change right there. Just going into the man defense. You force a turnover. Cut it down to 7.
Stinson without her dribble finds Heller at the top of the key. Back to Stinson, now down low to Saffel, blocked away. Rebound goes to Miley Smith now in transition. Up with the right hand, can't get it to fall. Ball is loose on the floor, and I presume we will have a jump ball. That should go with Unioto as Sheridan started off the quarter in possession.
Possession, Unioto.
Inbound to Smith, back to Book on the left side. She'll take it inside, kick it out. Urig in the right corner now, back to Book. Holbert thought about the three, dishes it off. Miley Smith back to Holbert. Corner three on the way. Front iron, can't get it to drop in. Book keeps it alive, looking for Urig down low.
Kind of fortunate there.
It'll be out of bounds on the Generals as Kaylin Moss, I believe, was making contact with the ball as she towed the baseline. So that'll hand things right back over to Unioto.
Yeah, they got Hallie Warner in a hurry when they saw that she was pretty good after that first half. Yeah, Coach Walters did not like how this half had started.
Smith loses the handle, able to stay in control now out to Betts. She takes it inside, fouled on the way up. And she'll head to the line, shooting two for the Shermans.
Yeah, and Betts is a 82% free throw shooter on the year, led the SVC.
Amaris Betts
has a chance to maybe get herself going a little bit here with some free points.
Betts able to knock down the front half here. That brings the Generals lead down to 6 at 29-23. Second free throw is on the way, rolls around and in, lead down to 5.
Yeah, really nice touch there for Betts. You can tell all the work she's put into her shot, a lot like Jamison Stinson for the Generals.
Speaking of Stinson, right corner three, too strong. Smith, another rebound. We've seen Stinson miss a couple times just like that, a bit too strong.
And Betts was looking to pull up there.
Feed down low to Uhrig. Up with the right hand, blocked away by Saffel. Stinson there for the loose ball for the Generals.
Nice move.
Dribble drive inside, poked away. I believe you could actually count that as a block for Amaris Betts.
Yeah, good hands there by Betts to just knock that away when it looked like Stinson had a wide open layup.
Saffel pass over to Heller.
Good hands from Maggie Holbert.
Inside Heller off the pump fake. Tough shot. Gets it to go.
10 now for Heller. The sophomores had a really good game for the Generals.
Lead now at 7 for Sheridan. Uhrig pass to Betts. Drives inside. Up for the layup. And it'll be blocked out of bounds by Jamison Stinson.
It's her second block of the game. First one led to a run-out layup for her on the other end.
Book to inbound for Unioto. Gets it into Uhrig around the volleyball line.
Yeah, Sherman's not really getting much movement here.
Backdoor pass to Smith is intercepted by Saffel. Another turnover for Unioto. Saffel pass over to Powell. Off the glass and in. Lead back up to 9.
Yeah, just easy there. Amaris Betts was assuming the play was going to be open and then just did not have much on the pass either.
Book dribble drive inside. Pass out. Holbert a corner three. Not enough. Powell the rebound.
And for Sheridan, it looks like they maybe have weathered that quick storm.
Stinson for three.
Downtown.
Yep.
Jamison
Timeout,
Stinson.
Unioto.
It'll be a full timeout for the Shermans. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Timeout, Unioto.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
A 12-point, 36-24 lead here for the Generals in this girls' Division II district final at Southeastern High School. 4:36 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was down to a 5-point game and just a lightning quick 7-0 run for Sheridan. Has made it to a 12-point game, which is the tied for the most that they've led by so far in this game.
So Holbert will bring it up the court here for the Shermans, trailing by 12. Pass over to Betts off the elevator screen, loses the handle, able to remain.
And she lost her shoe.
In control. Down low, Uhrig up for the layup, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. Putback is no good, so no points there for Unioto. Saffel, the defensive rebound for Sheridan.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game for Unioto. Just a lot of shots in the paint and at the basket. Just not able to get anything to fall.
Powell inside, tough shot with the right hand. Rebound Smith off the miss. Holbert, pass out to Betts, deep three, air ball. Thought it may have went in, John, but it just caught the bottom part of the net.
It was online.
Now on the other end, Stinson knocks down a three.
Yeah, if Unioto's not careful, this is going to be over real quick. Good decision there by Amaris Betts as she almost pulled it from about 28 feet.
Holbert off the screen inside. Fadeaway jumper, front iron, can't fall. Rebound goes to the Generals.
Yeah, Unioto not even getting good looks at this point.
Out to Stinson, step back three, off the mark. Smith, the defensive rebound for Unioto. Trailing by 15, 3:10 to go in the quarter. Smith to Uhrig, corner three ball off the mark, rebound Warner. Warner up for the layup. It looks like she may have just lost the handle on it as she was going up for the shot, so that'll be out of bounds and hand things back over to Unioto.
Yeah, Unioto going to try to change things up here with some subs.
Miley Fortgrave for Sheridan.
You know, this is a 10-point run, 10-0 run here for the Generals.
Abby Marshall, Addison Mohan, and Sophie Coleman, the three check-ins for the Shermans.
Mohan's had a nice year for him.
Mohan's pass intercepted by Powell, now going the other way, across the crease to Warner. Ball is loose, Saffel able to come up with it. Sheridan remains in control. Heller driving inside, nowhere to go, looking for somebody to pass to, gets it out. Saffel will drive inside, kicks it out. Powell now in the hands of Heller, takes it inside. A right-handed runner is no good. Smith, another rebound for Unioto.
Yeah, she's done an outstanding job rebounding all night for the Shermans.
Smith to pass to Mohan, three ball on the way, got it.
Yeah, had to have that. Had to have a big shot at some point, and Addison Mohan does it there for the Shermans. See if they can build off that.
Lead down to 12 for the Generals. Warner on the right side, guarded by Smith, goes back to a right end of the corner. Feed down low to Saffel, off the fingertips, saved out
Good
to
hustle.
Heller. Saffel able to keep it alive, and Heller throws it away on the far sideline. A turnover for the Generals.
I'm just going to say this based on the people on the baseline that maybe ball don't lie on that, because I believe Saffel was very out of bounds on the save. But great hustle by her.
Lead now at 12 for the Generals. Smith kicks it out, Book in the corner.
Someone's going to be open here.
Smith fouled on her way down the lane. That'll be the second of the half on Sheridan.
Yeah, I would be careful here with Ava Heller. She looks like she rolled an ankle. If Sheridan's going to get her out, hopefully she's able to just get it wrapped up and return back to the contest, because she's been really good for the Generals so far.
So Powell will come in for a Heller. 1:09 to go here in the third quarter.
And Phil Hughes, our trainer extraordinaire, is here today to going to get a good wrap here for her.
Inbound pass, Smith, that's a three, yes!
Yeah, big plays there for the Shermans, getting back-to-back threes. Now it brings the Sherman faithful a little bit alive.
Stinson on the drive with the right hand, can't get it to go. Marshall fighting for the rebound. We'll have a jump ball. It'll stay here with the Generals.
Yeah, so even though, the Generals end up retaining possession there, Abby Marshall, once again, just getting the crowd into it with just showing some of that extra passion there. Nice job by the junior.
Inbound pass to Saffel, now back to Warner. Top of the key, Stinson, three ball on the way, front of the iron, rolls around and in, lead back up to 12.
Huge shot there from Stinson. Her fourth three of the game.
Book now on the other end, step back, three ball on the way, catches the iron, will not fall. Smith keeps it alive for Unioto, fouled on the putback, and she'll head to the line. Two shots coming up for the freshman.
Generals foul number 10, Miley Fortgrave.
Yeah, here for Miley Smith. She's led the Shermans with 10 points. You know, like we mentioned, she's had a good all-around game. They've done a good job of taking her away in this quarter. Give her 11. She's got 11 rebounds as well. It looks like they're going to get Amaris Betts in for her if she makes this free throw.
Two for two on the trip
for Unioto.
for Miley Smith. Maris Betts comes in for Smith. 42-32 lead for Sheridan with 30.8 seconds to go in the quarter.
It's a must stop here for the Shermans. They'll get the ball to start the fourth.
Foregrave across half court for Sheridan. Taking it all the way, blocked away by Maggie Holbert. It'll stay here with Sheridan.
Yeah, Foregrave just didn't get any elevation there, and good job by Maggie Holbert to stay with the play. Looked like some big-time defensive miscommunication there for the Shermans.
Inbound to Saffel. This one blocked away by Marshall, but called for a foul. So Saffel will head to the line with 2 shots of her own with 19.3 seconds to go in the quarter.
Yeah, Saffel with 12 points has not scored in this quarter, but she was 2 for 2 at the line in that first quarter. And that's the first one.
13 points now in the contest for Nora Saffel. Smiley Smith back into the game for Abby Marshall. It appears Kaylin Moss will come in for Saffel if she's able to knock down this second free throw.
Good minutes there for Abby Marshall.
2 for 2 from the line. Saffel will come out.
Kaylin
Moss will come in for the Generals.
Yeah, the Shermans are their best three-point shooters in right now. So if they get a 3 here, they can just cut it back and just pretty much make this quarter null and void.
10 to shoot here for Unioto. Into the corner. Holbert for 3. Off the mark. Rebound goes to the Generals. 4 to shoot. Powell has it taken away by Betts, but called for a foul. So Sheridan, I believe, will inbound here on the near sideline or possibly on the baseline with right around 2.5 seconds to go in the third.
That's her first. Team number 2. Nora Saffel returning.
So most likely going to have to be a half-court heave here for the Generals, although full-court pass all the way down to Stinson, off the glass and in. What a play by the Generals at the end of the third quarter. A 14-point lead for Sheridan. We'll take a quick break as we enter the final quarter of play. Once again, Sheridan out in front, 46-32. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Are you in a bind and need an oil change right now? No problem. Did you forget to make an appointment? No problem. Just stop by any Glockner location and we'll squeeze you in and get you on the road quickly. Really, it's
46-32 as we have a Derek Webb sighting right next to Tom Smith, who will have a game.
Mike Smith.
Wow, I can't believe I said that. Mike Smith. Tom Smith and Mike Beard will have the game tomorrow between Portsmouth West and Portsmouth, following our North Adams and Leesburg Fairfield game at 12. So those will be back-to-back. Those are Division III girls district finals. 46-32, final quarter of play here in this Division II district final.
Shermans seem out of sorts already. So go back to their starters.
Smith into the corner. That's booked now in the hands of Uhrig. Now back to Book in the corner, trying to feed down low to Uhrig, which they will.
There you go.
Spin move to the left side, up with the left hand, no good. Put back from Smith is good.
Good job by Miley Smith, but the Shermans just can't even get in their defense right now. They're going to give up a layup.
Powell on the other end, up for the layup, too strong off the glass. Smith another rebound. Outlet pass to Holbert, now to Book. She'll back it out, wide open corner three, too strong. Stinson the rebound.
We're going to have a travel.
Once again, winner of this game will advance to Zanesville in the regional semifinal on March 1st. That'll be against the Fairland Dragons, who were victorious earlier tonight against Fairfield Union. Book to inbound, looking for Uhrig. It's taken away by Stinson now in transition. Has it taken away by Betts off of the steal. Betts trying to push it ahead, poked away. I believe it was Foregrave caught a piece of it. Stinson now wide open for three, too strong. Smith the rebound.
Yeah, you're lucky there. That could have just gone a whole lot of different ways.
Smith working the baseline, count it, and the foul. Miley Smith.
Yeah, big time play by Smith, just taking it to the hole, draw some contact from Warner, and then finishes strong. Cut it to 10, have a chance to get it under. They got it down to 5 in that early in the third quarter, have a chance to get it back under for the first time since about 5.5 minutes left in the third.
Smith's free throw rolls around, will not fall. Uhrig fighting for the rebound. Ball is loose on the floor. We'll have a jump ball.
Good play there by the teams. And
I believe that'll go with Sheridan.
Sheridan, yeah. They're going to get Warner out. Ava Heller will return like 100% freshly off of getting her. She just got her shoe back on, I believe, as Smith got fouled.
Addison Mohan will come in for Amelia Uhrig for the Shermans. Mohan nearly comes away with the steal, and that'll be a turnover for the Generals with a jump ball.
They missed one there. I don't know which one it was, but there was an arm that was completely holding, I believe, Saffel on that play, and just she couldn't get loose. A timeout, Unioto.
It'll be a 30-second timeout for Coach Miller of Unioto.
Yeah, one timeout left, but you got to do what you can to, it's a 10-point game. You got to do what you can to try to get back into this game. Earlier, they called a timeout and then immediately turned it over, and it led to a 3. So, Coach Miller, I'm sure, is going to reiterate the value of the ball here. Only 8 turnovers, but it feels like they've all led to big plays. The 6:43 left here. Have the purple and gold chants going for the Shermans. I believe that was around when I was growing up, so it's always good to hear a classic. But here, it's huge for Unioto to get a good look here. No matter what, and Sheridan caught a break as Norris Apple was back with her coach on the play.
Betts off the elevator screen, pump fake, mid-range jumper from the elbow is no good. Powell comes up with the rebound and will have a foul. That'll be the third of the half for Unioto, so still a bit of work to do for Sheridan to get into the single bonus.
Unioto foul number 25, Miley Smith, her third team foul.
Picked a random there. It could have been any of 4 Shermans on the play.
So Sheridan will try it again. Powell to inbound on the baseline. Able to get it into Foregrave. Foregrave working the far sideline and across half court. Mohan nearly takes it away, now in the hands of Ava Heller. Down low, Powell guarded by Book. Up for the layup, can't get it to fall. for the time being, Stinson the offensive board, and we'll have another foul on the Shermans.
It honestly has felt like, unless Miley Smith is getting the rebound, no one on Unioto is getting the rebound. As Stinson just out-battles there and ends up a foul on Alexis Book occurs, trying to draw the jump ball.
Inbound to Saffel. Now to Foregrave, back to Stinson.
That's going to be
Stinson's pass taken away. Mohan going the other way, up for the layup with the right hand. No good. Smith there for the putback is good.
And that's why you keep hustling on the play. Good job by Mohan to keep that, get that steal.
Powell on the drive, loses the handle on it. Ball is loose. A turnover for Sheridan.
And Unioto has all kinds of momentum. It's going to lead to a timeout.
It'll be a full timeout. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, this is kind of the danger time if you're Sheridan, because the Unioto crowd is now into it. That's a good timeout because the crowd is starting to really get into it. And as you know, you can really ride that. With it only being an 8-point game, Unioto with possession, it would be great if they could get Amaris Betts a look here. But, Coach Walters has done a great job of putting, Stinson, who at 5'11", on Betts, even on that elevator screen, which is a well-designed play. She was open for a split second, but Stinson's right there to force her into putting it on the ground and then taking the mid-range jumper instead of the three. They have held Betts to 1 3-point attempt. As we mentioned, a 42% three-point shooter on the year, just hasn't been able to get going because of the defensive effort for Sheridan. Now for Unioto, Miley Smith has been unbelievable. She's up to
tons of rebounds. I'd say got to have at least 15 or so.
That was her 15th on the offensive glass over there.
So 46-38, Sheridan out in front. Unioto basketball, 5:40 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, most of these are must scores for Unioto.
Possession, Unioto.
Or at least just get a good look.
Sheridan now down to 3 timeouts. Unioto holding on to a single timeout.
I mean, honestly, if I'm Unioto, yeah, I'm going there.
Feed down low, Smith off the glass, no good. Owen rebound, putback is in.
Well, she's going against Hallie Warner, who I'm sure is a very good defender, but she's just coming off an injury. So I would look to go there and just try to exploit that.
Backdoor fine, Stinson off the glass and in. Lead back to 8.
Yeah, good job there. Good. Just get a good smart set.
Betts going to work, cross-court pass to Mohan. Driving inside and fouled. That'll be the 5th of the half for the Generals.
Probably caught a break there. As it was a late whistle.
Number 5.
First thought was it may have been a kickball on Mohan, as it looked like when the ball went down. She kind of kicked it away a little bit, but nonetheless, Unioto catches a break with the foul call. Backdoor Holbert up for the layup, no good. Saffel, the rebound for Sheridan.
Yeah, and that's a big missed opportunity there. Has had some misdirection on the play.
Saffel the feed to Warner down low. Up with the left hand, blocked by Mohan. Betts the rebound for Unioto. In transition, Betts, that's a 3, yes!
And that's what you have to avoid if you're Sheridan, is getting Amaris Betts going, because she shoots it as well as almost anybody. She's going to get a steal.
Betts comes up with the steal, going the other way. No foul, going to be called for a charge. Offensive foul on Amaris Betts. That'll be, I believe, her second of the night.
I've never seen a charge taken when you turn your back to a play, but
definitely a lot of contact. It was an interesting charge, as, like you mentioned, kind of a sideways attempt there, maybe even a backwards attempt there on the charge. Nonetheless, a turnover for Unioto. Lead now down to 5 for Sheridan, 48-43. Mohan comes away with the steal. Up for the layup and fouled. She'll head to the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, Mohan early in the game seemed, as she was one of the players that kind of came along as the Shermans were not strong, and she has really found her role. She seemed not as confident as normal in the first half, but in the second half, she has played her game. That's her 3rd steal of this second half.
So Mohan will head to the line. Chance to make it a 1-possession game if she's able to knock down both. Not able to knock down the first. The best case scenario is to bring it down to 4. John, I believe it's been 3 straight or 3 of 4 straight turnovers for Sheridan their last few possessions. Mohan not able to knock down either. Smith comes up with the rebound.
And that's going to be the last timeout for Unioto, but you have to take it.
It'll be a full timeout for the Shermans. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School girls basketball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
At OhioHealth, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing OhioHealth provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Here at Glockner's, we know how valuable your time is, and that's why our priority is to provide you a quick and easy service. We will get you in and out and on your way immediately. So schedule your next service appointment at Glockner.com.
48-43, Sheridan leading in this OHSAA Girls Division II District Final, the second of our doubleheader here today at the Larry Jordan Gymnasium here at Southeastern High School, Fairland. A 69-38, maybe it was 68-39 win over Fairfield Union a bit earlier. Now 48-43, Sheridan leading in our second matchup of the night.
Yeah, you mentioned turnovers. Sheridan had 8 coming into this quarter. They have 15 on the game now.
Unioto now out of timeouts.
Yeah, now you just got to have Miley Smith go to work.
Mohan, right corner 3, off the backboard, no good. Saffel, the defensive rebound for Sheridan. Five-point lead here for the Generals. Powell on the right wing, guarded by Mohan, now in the hands of Jamison Stinson.
Yeah, this was at one point a 15-point lead, down to 5 now. The Shermans just missed 2 free throws and then a 3. So they've had a chance to cut it back down and just haven't been able to do it.
Once again, winner of this game will go on to the regional semifinal to take on the Fairland Dragons, who picked up a win earlier tonight. Stinson for 3, yes!
Stinson.
Great play there, just looking to get the fade, the flare screen there. Good job getting Stinson to the open look.
23 points on the night for Jamison Stinson, a game high. Now Holbert a 3 of her own. Yes!
Her first 3 since early in the game. Good find there by Smith. And for the Shermans, they're going to dive down on Miley Smith, so you've got to take advantage of those open looks.
Powell, wide open drive, up for the layup and in for 2. Lead back up to 7.
We're going to get a timeout. Sheridan.
Full timeout, Sheridan.
It'll be a full timeout for Coach Walters, but we will keep it here.
Yeah, that's a big play there. You cut it. Shermans had cut it back down to 5, but just get a nice drive and layup there from Peyton Powell coming. She's had a big game, especially in the second half. 6 points for her after kind of a rocky start, kind of similar to Mohan, has struggled in that first little bit of playing and has really turned it on. Big basket there for the sophomore. For the Shermans, I think, they're 6 of 18 from 3. Haven't shot real well from the free throw line. They're 6 of 11. I think you got to keep looking to drive and kick, or, you just got to let Miley Smith go. Like, she's got to be the one in charge of, getting downhill and kicking, or getting to the basket, making her layups. She's got 20 points. 17 rebounds now on the night. Just that's what you want to see from, I guarantee these college scouts are happy with what they're seeing if they're watching this game, because, that's kind of just doing a little bit of everything for the Shermans. It also has 3 assists.
Unioto with possession, trailing by 7, 2:30 to go in regulation. Forward across half court, entry pass to Book on the left side. Down low to Smith. Up for the layup. Tough shot. Gets it to fall.
Yeah, Smith going through all kinds of contact there and gets it to fall.
Powell across the timeline here for Sheridan.
If you're Sheridan, you want to get a layup, or if you're not getting a layup, you want it to be a Jameson Stinson 3 if you're getting another shot.
Under 2 minutes to go in this girls D2 district final.
And also, Unioto has 16 fouls.
Out to Saffel.
So this is where knowing the scouting report's important. Who do you foul in this situation if you're Unioto? I'm going to assume not Saffel or Stinson.
Clock now down to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll have a travel on Stinson. That'll turn it right back over to Unioto, trailing by 5, 1:30 to go in regulation.
Yeah, she was assuming that Unioto was either going to foul or try to tie her up, and just shuffled her feet.
Smith on the drive, up with the right hand. Yeah. Tough shot, fouled. She'll head to the line, chance to make it a one-possession game as Unioto enters the bonus, so this will be 2 shots, but any fouls on the floor for the time being will be 1-1 for Unioto.
One adjustment I'd like to see Coach Miller make, and it worked out because they're getting to the line there. I would almost like to see Betts in that opposite corner to make them decide if they're going to help off of her. 23 now for Miley Smith.
That ties Jamison Stinson for a game high, both with team highs for their own teams.
Yeah, the stars that came out here for both these teams.
Smith makes it a one-possession game here, 53-50. Inbound pass is taken away by Mohan. Unioto takes over Betts, inside fouled. She'll head to the line, shooting 2. Chance to cut it to maybe 1 or 2 here for Unioto.
And that's where Addison Mohan making another play. 4 steals.
4 steals, and I believe at least 3 of them have been jumping past lanes, so a lot of user alerts here so far for Addison Mohan. Betts' first free throw is long. That'll keep it a 3-point lead for Sheridan.
Yeah, has to make this one. But with Mohan, she hit that big 3 late in the third that gave them a little life. Cut from 15 to 12 and has been huge for them since.
Second free throw from Betts is too strong. Book keeps it alive with the offensive rebound.
This is where you'd like to have a timeout if you're Coach Miller, but you also had to be smart with them.
Here comes Smith on the drive, out to Book for the tie. No good. Stinson the rebound.
It's a good look. Good board there by Stinson.
That'll
still have 1 foul to give.
That'll be the third foul.
Yeah.
For Miley Smith.
They're going to watch the bomb. Going to take that away.
Inbound to Stinson. 52 seconds to play in regulation. Heller across half court, pass to Saffel. Powell has it taken away by Mohan. Called for the foul. That'll send Saffel to the line. 2 shots coming up.
It's Saffel, who has not missed a free throw yet.
Miley Forgrave back into the game for Sheridan. She'll come in for Hallie Warner.
At the line, Nora Saffel shooting.
Yeah, it's just 4 for 4 so far. You still got to make sure even though she's 4-4, you still have to box out here, do what you can to, know the situation.
First shot from Saffel is no good. 1-1 rule, so will not be a second. Unioto takes back over.
Smith
Step back three for Smith is off the mark. Give the rebound to Weller, and it'll be another foul on Unioto. It'll be another 1-1 here for Sheridan.
I think on the next possession, whatever Unioto has to do to try to get.
Team foul number 8.
That's the second one that Smith's gotten, foul that she's gotten where it didn't look like she was the one involved. That's her fourth, so that's huge in case Unioto can tie it. I don't like clearing the lane here, even though Ava Heller shot the ball well.
Heller to the line, 1-1. Knocks down the first.
That's a big one. Only a sophomore, Heller. Like we mentioned, it's a ton of underclassmen in this game.
This one to make it 5. Yes.
Maybe that's why they're staying out.
A lot of confidence in the shooter. Warner back into the game for Sheridan. 12 points on the night for Ava Heller. Clock now under 30 for Unioto. Smith, another 3. Yes! This one nearly taken away. That'll be out of bounds on Sheridan for the time being. A turnover
19
for the Generals. Bit of miscommunication between the inbounder and the recipient results in a turnover. Book will inbound in front of the Unioto bench.
We're going to have a timeout, Sheridan. Going to be a 30.
30-second timeout, Sheridan.
I mean, you've got to go for the tie. But this is where I would like to see if you can get Betts in that opposite corner, or if you have her set the screen for Miley Smith. Either way, I think you need Betts involved in the play in some way, because it's going to be, Jamison Stinson is going to be, all over Betts. I think you have to use Betts either as a screener or get her in that corner and have Smith have a possibility to kick it out to her. But at the same time, if you're Unioto and you're the crowd of Unioto, you have to be appreciative of this effort. They were down 15 late in the third, have got it down to 2 and have a chance to tie or possibly win here.
If you're Unioto, do you hold for last?
I think you got to go fairly quick.
Possession, Unioto.
And they're not going to deny Miley Smith the ball.
So Book will inbound, get it into Miley Smith. Guarded by Saffel. 15 to shoot, Book. On the drive for the layup, count it, and the foul, Miley Smith. A chance to give the Shermans a lead.
I've talked about kind of soft fouls, and that one appeared to be, Smith just looked like she was cleared there. But if you're the Shermans, you're not going to argue with that, as now Miley Smith has a chance for a 30-piece.
29 points on the night for the freshman. This one for 30. In and out. Rebound Saffel.
Just don't foul if you're Unioto.
In the hands of Stinson, 6 to shoot, and we'll have a timeout, the final timeout of regulation for Sheridan. So no more timeouts for either team. 5.2 seconds to go. Sheridan going to have to go the length of the court here to win a district title.
Yeah, and the ball should be on the side. I think they're going to give it to him on the baseline.
It's either on it's more or less right in the corner.
Yeah, but maybe for Sheridan, maybe you're not as excited over that end of the third quarter play where you got the ball to Stinson, because now that's probably not in the playbook anymore.
Yeah, I'd say if you're Unioto, you most likely want to, probably not with Smith because she has 4 fouls, but maybe somebody like Alexis Book who only has 1, just put your most athletic person with a little bit of height back to kind of play free safety and not allow anything to happen. Obviously, you don't want to pick up a foul going up for a 50-50 ball or anything unnecessary. The worst thing for Unioto here would be to pick up a foul on the opposite side of half court.
For me, defensively, you just got to be solid. If they get by you, you got to get back and get to the rim, because if there's a miss, You cannot allow an offensive rebound. Now, with 5.2 seconds left, you have time for 5 dribbles if you get it on the run. And then you got to get the shot off.
If this inbound is to somebody coming back to the ball, if it's not a quick pass to somebody else,
it's going to have
Sheridan
to
probably have problems.
Yeah.
Possession goes to Sheridan.
Yeah, and good call, Dewey, as Alexis Book is now in free safety.
So Heller will inbound here, gets it in. Stinson.
Just don't.
Take it away. Smith at the buzzer. Not good. Smith the putback. It's good. Good shot. Miley Smith, for the first time in 8 years, Unioto returns to the regional tournament.
The referees are talking.
You are not on the team. Clear the floor. Please clear the floor now.
For the time being, Unioto with their first district title in 8 seasons. Miley Smith.
Oh my goodness gracious.
With quite possibly the play of the season.
Oh my.
Missed the runner. The tap back, put back was good. Trailed by 15. Win by 2. 57-55 is the final. And what could possibly go down as the game of the season.
Everyone, please be seated. Please be seated.
In the Southeast District.
Teams, go to your benches.
Oh my.
Injury on the court.
They're announcing an injury on the court. I think it's Miley Smith
having
a. Hopefully, it's just a cramp for Miley Smith, and she looks real excited. So that would be my guess. What a comeback! Down 15 late in the third. They take their first lead since the first quarter to win a district championship.
You know, John, as a broadcaster, it's usually ideal to try to keep your composure in moments like that, but it's a bit tough when you see something like that to win a district title.
Yeah, that is a special play by a special player. She gets the steal. Oh my, just.
The Unioto Shermans remain unbeaten, move to 25-0, advance to the regional semifinal where they would take on Fairland, who won earlier tonight over Fairfield Union. Returning to the regional tournament for the first time since 2015, ending an 8-year district-less drought for the Unioto Lady Shermans basketball program.
And they did it without playing very well until the last few minutes of the game. Really, it's, you know, Miley Smith was outstanding. I mean, 31 points. Let me do this real quick. 18 rebounds. 31 points, 18 rebounds. So your best player was the best player on the court. That's special. And hats off to Sheridan because they played, I mean, really, until the fourth quarter, they dominated the game. Once the fourth quarter came and Unioto was able to get their pressure on, Sheridan started to turn the ball over. Like there at the end with that turnover, it just, you know, it's heartbreaking for Sheridan. And, like, that's a, I mean, I think she was probably going to eventually be a Unioto legend, but I think she just secured it already as a freshman.
Yeah. Retire right now, get put in the Hall of Fame in a couple of years.
Oh, my.
So Sheridan's season will come to an end with a final record of 22-3, district runner-ups.
What a great basketball game.
I'll get this added up real quick.
That'll end an 11-game winning streak in the district round for the Lady Generals. 5 straight district titles comes to an end as well.
Tony Williams, Mark Rose representing the Southeast.
Yeah, for Sheridan, they were led by Jameson Stinson with 23 points. She hit that huge three to put them up 8. I believe it was 53 to 45. She put them ahead. And then Unioto just started to systematically take over the game. Like and they just had to keep battling and battling and battling. Sheridan just wasn't able to hold them off on that. Five threes for Jamison Stinson. She's going to be
what a shooter.
Yeah.
And only a junior already has the – I tell you what, after she finishes up next season, that's probably going to be a record that hangs around for quite a long time.
That might be an untouchable record.
Already holds the record only as a junior, over 73 balls this year, so you presume probably have 70 next year. So probably, I'm not sure what the record is, but at least 70 over the current record, probably 80 or more.
Well, and then, she started off she missed her first 4 threes, and then she hit one. Started off 1 for 7 for 3, and then she hit 4 of her last 5. So, 5 for 12, and just shot it really well all night for Sheridan. Hallie Warner came back from an injury, gave him really good minutes. She had 2 points. Adding her back and healthy next year is going to be huge for Sheridan. Ava Heller with 12.
Yeah, this is another one of these. I mean, we've talked about it all night. Another one of those young teams that, it would not surprise me, depending on how the seedings work out and everything, if Unioto and Sheridan maybe not meet up in the district final next year, but if both of them are in a district final when next season comes around.
Yeah, I think you've got a pretty good chance to have you got a pretty good chance for at least 3 of these teams to be back next year in a district final that we saw tonight. And then I think Fairfield Union really has a chance too. I know they're going to lose a couple of really good seniors, but these are teams that are going to be just loaded again next year. Like I mentioned, Ava Heller with 12. She hit 2 big threes in the first half. Hit 2 big free throws to make it a 5-point game.
Number 35, Jenna Stewart. Your Lady Generals head coach, J.E. Walters.
Peyton Powell had 6 points.
Vince Colson.
Had 6 points for the Generals. And then Nora Saffel, outstanding game.
Macy Forgrave and Kaylin Moss.
8 rebounds to go along with 14 points. Nora Saffel, only a junior. Her and Stinson back again next year. That's going to be an outstanding team. For the Shermans, we'll get to Miley Smith in a minute, but Maggie Holbert with 6 points, hit a big 3 as the lead built back up. Once the lead went up to 8, she hit a 3 to cut it back down to 5. That's a huge shot in the game to give them a chance to finish that little comeback there at the end. Amaris Betts, they tried to just completely shut her down, but like we talked about, if you take her away, you have to take the risk that someone else, tonight it was Miley Smith, someone else is going to make a play. And Betts, she had 3 steals on the night, 8 points, including a big 3 in transition that really got this crowd going. Alexis Book with 5 points, played really good defense, had a big offensive rebound for the Shermans. Amelia Urick with 4 rebounds to go with 2 points. Addison Mohan with 3 points, 4 steals. Huge game for Addison Mohan.
What a game off the bench. Yeah, I don't know how many steals she finished with, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. And then you had Sophie Coleman with 3, and Abby Marshall gave really good minutes right when they started to chip away a little bit. When Coach Miller went with his 3 subs, when they were down 15, they started to chip away in that way. Now, Miley Smith, 31 points, 18 rebounds,
Senior, number 5,
3 steals, including 1 with about 3 seconds left. And then obviously that tip in at the buzzer. Just an outstanding effort from the freshman. I think Fairland is probably the favorite.
They are the 1 seed.
Yeah, they're the 1 seed. They're an outstanding team.
Freshman, number 15.
But if you're Unioto, you get another week of practice. Hey, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. You want to beat the 1 seed. which is Fairland. And as we saw earlier, that is a loaded team.
It'll be 50-0 a combined record between those two teams as they head to Zanesville on March 1st. So a 5-day gap. So that would make it a Wednesday. Would be the
I don't know math.
I believe that would be next Wednesday at Zanesville for the regional semifinal and quite possibly one of the most anticipated matchups. I mean, this has been, you're looking at these two teams, who's going to lose first? Well, nobody loses here comes tournament time. Now the only way one of them is going to have a loss is if they beat each other.
Yeah, and you've heard all year that Fairland was the best team, and then Unioto started to make some noise. So Unioto started to get some recognition along with Sheridan, and you saw if those are the second and third best teams in the district, this district's in really good shape because if these two aren't as good as Fairland, which we'll see on Wednesday, it'll be that should be a fun game to watch no matter what. If it's close, if it's not close, whatever, it's going to be outstanding players that are going to play beyond high school. Two really good coaches getting the match up. I'd like to say that the winner has a pretty darn good chance to make it to the Final Four.
Regional semifinal. That game will be at Zanesville High School next
Tuesday,
one day off.
Yeah, Tuesday.
25-0 Unioto, 25-0 Fairland.
Yep, 25-0. It's 25-0 as they just announced here, as the Dewdog already said. It's what you want. That will be March, right?
March Madness, March 1st.
Yeah, March 1st. So March Madness, you
clear your calendars.
Yeah.
Make sure you're able to either be in attendance or.
I would say we will be there.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Would that be a double header with the other regional final? Maybe another regional final at Zanesville, or would that be the only game at Zanesville?
There's the game between the East winner and the Central winner will play at 8 that night.
So I'd say it'd be the only game we will cover, but so that'll be the so Fairland and Unioto would be the early game.
Yeah. So that'll be fun no matter what. And hopefully we can get some help sponsor-wise and, make sure we can get that game covered as those two teams they deserve it.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And really, if Fairland wins, they deserve it too because Fairland played their butts off tonight. Or not Fairland, but Sheridan played their butts off tonight. Just, it's tough to see one team lose.
Yeah, it's tough to see it, obviously all except for one team, their season has to end on a loss. And, for that Sheridan team, if Unioto and Sheridan play 10 times, I mean, who knows?
Right.
I mean, I would say it's at least 5 wins to 5. I mean, at one point Sheridan had a 15-point lead, and we're sitting here thinking, man, this could get out of hand here. And Unioto just kept clawing back, and, Miley Smith able to come away with a steal. I believe it was on Stinson, missed the first attempt on the runner, and just nice little tap in for the win.
And it was so smart to tap it in because
didn't have time to,
because you didn't have time to grab it. And that's just being
smart.
Yeah, just her basketball IQ so high. Just great game. Thank you to our sponsors for letting us do this. And was thanks for Carson Francis.
Carson
cameraman.
Francis, man, doing a great job with the camera as always. Subbed in for me the other day with a bit of a sickness over at Memphis, and Peebles did a great job. Carson, a big asset for us here at Southern Ohio Sports Authority. Once again, big prayers for Brock Netters. He recovers. I believe he had a bit of a heart rate increase watching that live at the hospital, so hopefully he'll be okay after watching the finale there. But what a finale of a 2-game set here for us at the Larry Jordan Gymnasium here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. But for all of us here at SOSA, that is all we have for you here tonight. Once again, Unioto comes away with the district win for the first time in 8 years. Alongside John Bruce, I'm Dewey Daly saying so long from the Larry Jordan Gymnasium here at Southeastern High School. Once again, Unioto 57, Sheridan 55. Have a great rest of your night.